Hey, Tanya.
What's up, John?
I tell you what's up. We're here to give you guys a review of Wonder of the Sea.
Stay tuned to hear our thoughts and opinions. So we're going to start out with this cruise was actually a cruise we had to take last minute.
Yep.
Because we were booked on the Vista.
Carnival Vista.
Carnival Vista.
Yep.
And that did get canceled due to some propulsion issues.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how we ended up on Wonder of the Seas last minute. It was not the ship we were originally scheduled to be on for the September 8th through the 15th cruise of 2024.
Yes.
So for the first night, we stayed at Hampton Inn in Cocoa Beach. It was a very nice hotel.
Yes.
John can tell you a little bit about something good we got out of that.
So,
and it is real close to the port.
So
the cruise port, sorry.
I was asking the front desk about something, and out of the blue, I said, "Hey, you guys got a shuttle to the docks?" He goes, "Yeah." Really? He goes, "Yeah." How much? $10 a person. Mm-hmm. You got any room left? Yeah.
What time do you want?
Exactly. So we did take that bus to the docks. It was $10 a person. Was a lot cheaper than Uber or Lyft.
Yes.
And then we found something else out while we were on the bus.
Yeah, I happened to ask. I'm like, because he's like, no, probably not. We'll just take an Uber. And we were pricing Ubers or Lyfts from the port when we returned.
Port Canaveral to MCO.
Prior to find out what the information was to get to the airport. And they wanted $100 or more.
Right.
So I said, I'm going to ask the bus driver. And he's like, yeah, it's not too late. He gave us the website. If I can find the website, I'll link it in here. I'll put it in here. When we got back from our cruise vacation, we took the bus. It was only $28 per person to get to the airport.
Yeah, at MCO in Orlando. Yep. So that was a
great deal. So if you stay at the Hampton Inn, and it wasn't just the Hampton Inn, there was a couple on the strip because we picked up a couple different people.
Right. So right there was Hampton Inn and Marriott. Then
couple different hotels.
Couple more, but I don't remember what they were. I'm just the ones.
My suggestion is
us.
Do what we did. Ask the desk. Do they have a shuttle? Because it's really close to the port. They probably offer it, and it wasn't expensive at
within
all.
5 to 10 minutes away from the docks.
Yeah, and they take your luggage and everything. So it was really nice about that.
So we had like I said, was a last minute cruise. I would not do a Royal Caribbean last minute cruise, and we'll tell you why later. So we had a late embarkation onto the ship. It was a 2:30. Let us on the ship. So we missed a lot of shows because of that.
Yeah, because with Royal Caribbean, you have to book your shows and comedy and stuff right away when you get on. And because we had a late...
And you have to do it through the app.
Yeah, because we have a late boarding time, there was nothing left.
No.
So that was the only downside. I love Royal Caribbean, but I don't think I would do another one where
it was
a last minute thing.
Right.
I mean, we only did this because we had our flights already booked and all that was going on. So with that being said, we got on pretty late, so our room was already ready.
But on the other hand, from last time we went on, last October of 2023 to this time,
because of going on later, the lines, so the lines inside the building were still long, but they moved fast.
Oh, it was smooth.
But there wasn't those wraparound lines outside at all at that time. No, because I think that was the last boarding time, right? Or was there one after that?
There might have been one after that.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
It was pretty close to
it was pretty close
time.
Leaving the docks.
But
we went to our room and we met someone. Yeah. he got you pretty good.
Mr. B. And we did give him one of our ducks. So he was our room steward.
Yes.
And if he's watching this, we loved you. You were great.
Yeah.
He messed with us. He razzed with us.
Yeah.
Probably during the whole cruise, every time.
So we got...
Mainly the luggage thing, my luggage.
We had all of our luggage except for Tanya's, right? Yeah. And he goes, oh, probably it's gone. Whatever. He was messing with us. Then he goes, was it customs or something?
So we had our camera. He had his clothes. We had our camera equipment, and we had my luggage of ducks that I hide on the cruise.
Right.
But I didn't have any clothes.
No.
No clothes, no bathroom stuff, nothing. And he's like, elevators are not working for our luggage thing, and so you're not going to get it till tomorrow.
Right.
And then he goes, no, I'm just kidding. I'll go get it. And then he came back, and he must have tucked it or something or hid it, because he goes, oh, they have it in security. They said, did you have some contraband or something in your luggage? And I'm like, no. Did you have any electronics you shouldn't have, like, irons? Or I'm like, no, I don't pack any of that. But I'm just messing with you. And he
gave me luggage.
He was
good
great.
Guy.
He messed with us the whole cruise. So
he was a great steward. Yeah. Always Johnny on the spot, no pun intended.
Yeah.
Room was spectacular clean.
Yeah.
Very good, Mr. B.
Yep.
Very good.
So,
then that night.
So that was the night of the Lions versus the Rams.
Yep. Opening season NFL football.
So we ended up going to Playmakers.
Yeah, I love
which
Playmakers.
Is the sports bar on the ship on the boardwalk.
Yeah. Tons of TV screens. So it doesn't matter where you sit, you're going to see something.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
Great wings.
Yeah, he loves the wings.
Yep.
I ordered the nachos, but I had them for a little bit extra. You could have them put. Oh, and this was not included. This was not included.
You know what?
But it's worth it.
The cost was not bad.
No, but it was worth it. And I had them put pulled pork on my nachos. And, that was so good. That was so good. And even the wings were good.
Right.
But, yes, so...
We had our Detroit Lions jersey on, supporting Detroit, Michigan really well.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden
people walking up with Michigan jerseys on.
Yeah,
we met one couple from Michigan that's really not too far from us. From Oak Park, Michigan, not too far from us. I can't remember their names, and I'm so sorry. But shout out to you guys.
Great couple.
Yep. So, in fact, I don't think we could stop talking. We just kept talking, and we met them throughout the cruise.
Yep. Great couple. Awesome. Glad we met you guys.
While the game was on, though, I left John and walked away, and I walked over to the... so the Aqua Theater is all out in the open, but if you don't reserve that ahead of time, you can't go down and sit in the bleachers or whatever. So I did walk away from you, but I stood in the back. They let you stand in the back.
You went to the Aqua Theater?
I went to the Aqua Theater and watched some of the show because the game was just going on and on. And I went back and watched more of the game after.
It was a good game.
But I watched a little bit of the Aqua Theater show, which you'll see in our C-Day video that I already posted. Their Aqua Theater shows are awesome.
Right.
We got to see the full show in the last one. This one we just saw a little bit.
So the night was going on. The Lions was in a tight game. They went in overtime. Yeah, you went...
I went to watch the beginning of the party at 11 p.m.
Yes.
So on Royal Caribbean, Wonder of the Seas, they do have like a sail away type thing at the pool deck when you're getting on the ship and stuff like that with music and stuff. But their actual party starts at 11 p.m. And that is in the promenade where they have DJs playing. And we'll get to talk about the DJ in 1 second. They have DJs playing, and that's at 11 that starts. And it might even start a little sooner. But at midnight, they do a balloon drop.
I said, are you ready? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Reminds me of New Year's.
Oh my gosh, because they are dropping thousands of balloons onto everyone.
It's awesome.
And then you start popping them. But the nicest thing is how much everybody comes together to pick up all those balloons after.
Yeah, it's a mess, but they clean it up
But you see the ones that don't want them popped, and they're hoarding them and taking them off because they don't want you to pop them. But
they had a live band that night.
Yes, Centerpiece Band. Centerpiece Band. And so the lead guitarist, his name was Barry.
Oh, he was great.
Yes,
great.
He did a solo
song. He did a solo of Eddie Van Halen, Eruption. And let me tell you, he had it down to a T. This guy was awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, we got to meet them after, and we gave them all a duck. So if they're watching Centerpiece Band,
good job.
And I know that Centerpiece Band was their name for on the cruise, but their actual band name when they're not cruising was Centerfold Band.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep, Centerfold Band. So I learned that from
Centerpiece, Centerfold. Great job.
Yeah, maybe they couldn't use the name Centerfold on the ship, but.
So we stayed up late, so it was after
It was a
probably
long
1
day for
o'clock in the
us, yeah.
morning when we crawled into our cabin, and we had to get up early the next day because when they left Port Canaveral, they had a hot skip and a jump over to CocoCay.
Yes. Oh, we love CocoCay.
Yeah.
So with CocoCay, we've been there before, and we did the water park thing, but I did not go on the water slides. He did with his son, my stepson Matthew. Shout out to Matthew if you're watching.
So,
but he didn't go with us on this cruise,
No.
and John
we got
convinced me to get on the water slide. But
before that, we got the wave pool. So what we did,
I love the wave pool.
we paid extra for
Yeah.
is it Thrill Island or Thrill
Island.
Thrill Island?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
What?
Thrill Water Park.
Thrill Water Park.
And then was Chill Island was on the other
Chill
side.
Island, right. So we paid, I think it was around $68 or $72 extra, but we enjoy it. We went to the first to the wave pool, hung out there for a little bit, and I convinced Tanya to go on the inner tube, both of us.
On the slingshot one, there was
Slingshot,
different ones, but
yeah.
I think we picked the worst one.
I thought you liked it a little bit.
No,
didn't you?
I did. I had a good time, but
Yeah.
if you have a bad back or anything, don't go on it. It really was jerky, and he
Right.
kept promising me, "Oh no, this is smooth.
It was.
This is smooth."
To me.
It was. It was bump, 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 and then I hate going down water slides backwards, and we happened to
I can't control that.
get turned where I was going backwards,
Yeah.
and I didn't like that. I couldn't see where. I don't like not being able to see where I'm
So
going.
after-
but I had a good time. It was fun.
After a couple hours, and it was a hot day.
But you know what? Going off course just for a second, nothing will beat Atlantis Rapid River.
Oh, yeah.
If you've been to Atlantis and you've ever been to the Rapid in that water park there on the Rapid River, it's not a lazy river. It might start out as a lazy river, but it's a rapid. I love that.
Yeah, she does.
I love that.
does.
There was one time we went there and I was just going,
Yeah.
going. I wouldn't get off. Anyway,
So, after a couple hours or so around water park, we decided, hey, it's getting a little late, noon. Let's get some lunch. So my mistake. I thought Captain Jack's was free. It
no,
wasn't.
but when I walked up,
Right.
they have chicken wings and beer and stuff like that, but
Right.
that's not included. Like that's not
Right.
covered as far as your cruise package.
By mistake, because we're rookies, to CocoCay, but not anymore. There's a pavilion right behind Captain Jack's called Skipper's.
Yep.
And I can't believe this. They had
It was a buffet style.
awesome buffet.
Yeah. Tons
Awesome.
of different things. So they had a Mexican section, a burger section,
Sandwiches.
salads, desserts,
Right.
all different types of food. And that was all included.
Yeah.
All
It
included.
was great. It was
Yeah.
awesome. Then talked to Tanya and said, hey, let's go down to the beach
It was
right
so
there.
hot. All I cared about, let's get in the water. I mean, either we're going back to the
What
water
was the
park
name of
section,
that beach?
Harbor Beach.
Harbor Beach.
Yep.
And that was great. It was we had a couple lay downs and umbrella.
The chairs, yeah.
The chairs and an umbrella. It was all
Loungers.
free.
Yeah.
And the bath water warm.
it was actually comfortable. Yeah, it wasn't.
It was
Yeah, it was
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, it was
It was
cool. It was
nice.
just comfortable
Yeah.
where I could walk right in and not be like, oh, it's cold.
we weren't pier runners, but I tell you what, we stayed there
stayed.
a long time.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
stayed till the last possible minute. We
Right.
had to go back. But while we were in that water, just floating around, staying cool, like we didn't even want to get out because
No. But we had to because we had to get in, refreshen up because we had
Well,
dinner.
hold on, we didn't talk about the water show. He's skipping
I'm
the
sorry.
best part of being
Yeah.
in the Harbor Beach at CocoCay.
I apologize.
So
Yeah.
They ended up having a jet ski and a like a hoverboard above water.
Yeah.
With the water where he was doing flips and they were doing stunts with the jet ski and
Yeah.
with this gentleman.
And it was awesome.
It is on our CocoCay video,
Mm-hmm.
the whole thing of it. I'll try to post a little clip of it. But if you go back to our CocoCay video,
You'll see it.
from this year.
Yes, 2024.
Yep, it'll be in there.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
they're both of them were
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. So
So it was getting late. We had to go back because we had dinner at Chops that night, so we had to refreshen up. And Chops is an up-cost specialty restaurant, and we'll get into Chops now.
okay. So the steak was amazing. Let's
Yes.
start out with that. The service was amazing. The restaurant was clean. It was nice. The only drawback is their side items, where normally you get to order at a steakhouse on any other cruise. When we order a steak, everybody gets, like, you get a potato or you get your own side.
They got shareables.
This is called shareables. So you get your main course. You don't have to share your main course. But the shareables, we got one little baked potato. He asked for a fully loaded baked potato, and they literally brought out a plate, which was for shareables, for us to share, with one potato on it.
And nothing on it.
Nothing. Yeah, there was no butter, nothing.
You know what? And that's fine. I'm not going to...
We could have probably asked for another one, and maybe we should have. But at that point, we were like in awe. Like, really? Yeah. And it wasn't even a big baked potato, like a... the good size.
And here's another thing. If you want surf and turf, I got a filet mignon and a single lobster tail. It was up cost, even upon the up cost of going there. It was my choice. I got a pound and a half lobster tail. But on other cruises, you can get surf and turf for your meal.
Yeah.
It's not a knock to Chops. I'm just letting anybody know who's going to go to Chops for the first time. Hey, heads up. If you want surf and turf, it's going to cost more besides paying
and keep in mind, like we said, the shareables, say I want 2 potatoes.
Yeah.
But you know what?
It didn't discourage our night at all.
Yeah, it was still good. But also the dessert was amazing.
Yeah.
So,
I think I had key lime pie or something, but whatever I had, I remember it was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yep. So it's hard we're taking notes because it's hard to remember every single detail.
Then we had to rush back to room again and change.
Oh yeah, because it was 80s night on the ship.
So the theme...
we love the 80s night. If you go on a cruise...
Do 80s night.
Find out, because our very first cruises, we didn't even know they had theme nights.
Right.
So if you're taking a cruise and you've never been on one, whether it's Carnival, Royal Caribbean, whatever, find out if they have theme night. Get involved with it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Theme night parties. Right. And the 80s one is a lot of fun. The glow night ones, those are fun. So this 80s night one, we both dressed up again.
So the theme night of our cruise is John and Tanya changed a lot.
Yeah, we did. Well, everybody that was getting involved, and there was a lot of people dressing up. At first, we walked around the corner, there was nobody in 80s, and then within like 30 minutes, everybody was coming down.
Yeah.
So, and you don't have to dress up. You can attend these parties.
It was fun.
Yeah, you can attend them and not dress up. But again, so after the 80s night party, they continued the party.
Yeah, we wanted
in the
music hall.
And the centerpiece band played.
Yeah.
I want to touch real quick, and I know you're going to know what I'm talking about. No, I know you're not going to know you're going to know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
There was a gentleman. The centerpiece band was singing, and this guy somehow either got called up on stage or someone pointed him out that he could sing. He got up there and got the microphone, and you would have thought he was part of the band.
Yeah.
This guy was awesome. And for those of you that were there that night, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I will attach a clip to this so you can see it right here somewhere.
He sang from Prince to Journey to other 80s artists.
All ranges. I mean, he was
phenomenal.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
He needed to be in a band.
Yeah. Who said he isn't? But if he is,
yeah, he wowed everybody. I mean, everybody was like, their mouths were on the floor. Yeah. Like he didn't look like the type that would sing like that.
No, but he was phenomenal.
And I don't know if there's a type what you look like when you can sing, but I know you know what I'm talking about when you're watching a show and you're like, oh, this person ain't gonna be able to sing, but they can sing. He
definitely had a gift.
Yeah,
he could sing.
So that was pretty much it. We were wiped out by the end of that night. I think,
wee hours in the morning.
Yeah, we had a couple drinks and we were done. Yep.
So next day was
Tuesday,
sea day.
Yep, Tuesday, September 10th. That was a sea day.
Yep.
We went to the buffet for breakfast on the ship that day. Must say, breakfast selections, awesome.
Yep.
Worst part of going to the buffet on that ship, not the food, finding a table.
Yeah.
Correct. Yep, finding a table. There's 2 sides because there's like the center that's open.
With the Oasis class ships, the center is open to the bottom of the boardwalk, I believe. So you lose all that space for tables right there. So, but that did not discourage us from Windjammer. Yep. We ate at the Windjammer.
Yep.
Great food.
Yep, they do. And breakfast is awesome.
Yep.
So many selections.
Yep.
And then we walked around the ship for a little bit. The pools were really packed because if you've not cruised before, or even if you have, you know that sea days, everybody goes to the pool.
Especially
and during the time of year we cruised, it was
hot and humid.
So everybody was in the pool. So just a little suggestion, and John, I know will agree with me. If you want to have some time in the pool when it's not packed, and you've been on a cruise before, or there's a port you just don't want to get off at, I suggest go when everybody's off the ship. Enjoy the pool because you'll have the pool pretty much to yourself.
Absolutely.
Won't be the crowd. So
absolutely.
Best thing I can give you advice on that.
So we did walking around and explore the ship again because that ship is so big that we found new stuff. And later that day, it was Tanya's favorite thing.
Well, not my favorite thing,
well,
but
one of them.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
For Royal Caribbean, they do the Anchors Away Parade. And this was the second one we've been to.
Yep.
And we met two sisters with one of them's their daughter and then the granddaughter. And the granddaughter was such a little sweetheart.
Yeah.
So I had given the little girl and the one sister who was there first a duck.
Yes.
And the little granddaughter kept taking the grandmother's duck, her duck, and wanted her duck. And she really just wanted the ducks.
We had a great time with them.
She was a sweetheart. Great conversation with them. I felt like we were family sitting there at the table with them. So
we had a good time talking
we
to
love
them.
the people we meet on the ships. So that night...
Yeah, so we had to change again.
We had to change again because that was formal night.
Formal night.
And keep this in mind. You do not have to dress up for formal night unless you're going to like the dining hall.
Right.
Dining hall.
The MDR, main dining room.
If you're not going to go to the dining room to eat or a specialty restaurant, you don't have to dress up on formal nights on the cruise.
And here's the thing, we know...
and we did notice a lot of people not dressing up.
Right, but...
Or overly dressing up. You wear what you want. Like,
I'm a traditionist, so is Tanya.
Yeah.
We like dressing up. We like... Not,
and for
I had a vest on with a shirt and tie.
I did have a dress that night, but there's times where I'll wear like a dress pants. So you do not have to have a dress.
No. But if it's formal night, I like to look formal.
Yeah.
Well, talk about your food at formal night, Miss Tanya.
So, that first night in the main dining room, I was, you know what? The side items were great and the dessert was amazing. But their chicken cordon bleu, it tasted like something you get in a freezer at a grocery store.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, you knew. I told you that.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
It was not good, but that's not a knock on the staff or anything. Everybody there was amazing.
Right.
Yeah. But on the flip side, doesn't mean all the food was bad.
But on the flip side, I thought my dinner was great.
Yeah, you were enjoying it.
Escargot. I love escargot. Don't judge me. I love escargot. I had a Caesar salad, which is great. I had a seafood linguine. That was good. And the creme brulee.
Yes, he loves his creme brulee.
Yes.
Yep. I did notice the top didn't crack like it does on Carnival, though.
No, it had a ting, ting, ting.
Yeah.
But it wasn't tung, tung, tung.
Yeah, it wasn't a good, where you had to give it a good crack. That's when you know it's good.
Yeah.
But we did meet...
It was good.
A couple from, was it Ohio?
Ohio.
So from Ohio, I remember giving the girl a blue duck. So if you're watching, you guys are watching.
Hello.
It was great talking.
Yes.
And then there was another couple next to them from, I believe, they were originally from Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Then they moved to Texas.
Yes.
But their room was across from kitty corner, but across from our hall, from our room.
We're your neighbors.
Yeah, she remembered. We didn't know that, but we have a magnet on our door that advertises our channel, and she recognized us in the dining hall.
Yeah.
And said, "We're your neighbors," so we gave her a duck as well.
Right. So that wrapped up our.
Actually, it didn't wrap it up because
Why?
the ducks we were giving away drew a lot of attention to the staff.
Oh, you're right.
All the waitresses and waiters.
Yeah.
Everybody was around our table wanting ducks. So all of you that got a duck for me.
That was funny.
Yeah, I think I emptied out my bag that night just for staff.
We give one, then two,
then another one.
There's 5.
She said you have ducks, you know. So But I love it. I love it. Yep. So, but
then it wrapped up the night. I mean, we were a little tired from last couple of nights staying up and partying. Yeah. Plus, the next day we had to get up early.
Well, on Royal Caribbean, I can say there's always activities.
Yeah,
always activities.
Always.
And we got other activities we're going to be mentioning down the list here. But so Wednesday, September 11th, we were in Cozumel, Mexico.
Yes.
And again, even our excursions, we booked so last minute that we just took what we could find.
So a lot of the excursions was already taken, like Tanya said. So I seen this one. I'm like,
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. but I have this in my notes so I don't forget.
Okay.
Do want to mention in Cozumel or in Mexico, you are not allowed to smoke anywhere in public.
Right.
Anywhere. It's illegal. It's illegal. It's not just something they're banning. It's illegal.
It's illegal.
So, we don't smoke, but there's notes everywhere, and we were told on the ship, do not smoke in Mexico. So in Cozumel. So just a heads up for those of you going to Cozumel.
Don't do it.
Sorry, and I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I had to get
that out. So I seen this one excursion. It was Lucha Libre, tacos and margaritas. So, I said, what the heck? Let's do it. I mean, we're going to have fun. I didn't expect too much.
You're fine. Keep talking. I'm going to grab something real quick.
Yep. I didn't expect too much from it. But I tell you what, those wrestlers, they got everyone, the crowd, into it. And we all know it's rehearsed. We all know it's scripted out.
It's not like they're not really fighting.
But these guys are jumping off the top rope, and they are athletes.
They put on a good show.
Yeah.
And they get you involved in it. They were falling in like your laps. They really get you involved.
So they're doing all kinds of flips and jumping into me and having a great time getting everybody all involved.
And not only that, so before we jump into the taco portion of it and the drinks, I just wanted to tell you too. So for $25, you could get your picture taken with the wrestlers, or for $35, you could get one with the frame. We weren't going to get one, and then we're like, oh, this might be kind of cool just to have.
Well, they showed the frame,
but I'll show you. So we were going to just get the picture because it was like $25, and then she showed us the frame, and it's actually, I don't know if you can see that from here, but it's actually a nice frame with the stand. And
it's pretty heavy duty. It's not like cardboard.
With all the wrestlers. And it's a nice, it looks like it's made out of like, I want to say shell or something.
Yeah, it's a very nice frame.
I'm not sure. But
it actually is a nice frame.
And we've gone other places where they've given a frame like that as well. And so we like it. It's something for memory.
Right.
But now you can jump into the tacos.
Okay, so they gave us 3 types of tacos: chicken, beef,
and pork. Yeah.
And it was like street tacos with fresh cilantro and lime. And I tell you what,
we weren't expecting
anything
this
good.
excursion to have good food.
We expect average at best.
We even tried to find tacos similar to that at other ports throughout this cruise.
It was great.
Nothing was as good. That was good.
Great.
That was good.
The taco was great. Then
they gave us a lime margarita, the first margarita.
And that was great.
And then you could go back up and get your second one.
It was a spicy mango
margarita.
Yes.
Now
that is good.
To us, we both preferred the lime one. Yes. It was really good, the lime one.
It was hot that day. It was so hot.
It wasn't real strong either, by the way. So if you're expecting a strong drink, they weren't strong. But it was refreshing because it was so hot.
Yes, it was hot. So, then it was probably, 5 minutes away from the port?
It wasn't far from the port.
No.
And it was a bus ride, air-conditioned bus ride.
Right. So we got back to the boat. I think we had a couple drinks. And then we went up to the room, refreshen up, and changed again.
Well, just because we were so warm. But for that evening, we went to the Mason Jar on Wonder of the Seas.
Yes, which is a up-cost restaurant.
And it's kind of like, what would you call that type of food? Southern food? Or
it's Southern home cooking.
Yep.
Yes.
And so their items, they're not huge items. So when we're naming everything we had there, they're really smaller portions.
They got the starter plate. Then your main course is like that. So starter small.
Tell them about your drink first.
Oh, I found a new drink.
Yeah.
So it's
at the Mason Jar, though, or the Mason Jar bar.
Yes.
So if you're not eating at the Mason Jar, you can go inside the Mason Jar area. There's a bar in there, and you can get this drink.
It's called a smoky bourbon. What they do, they infuse smoke in the glass with the bourbon, and it has a smoky, smooth taste.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I finished that one. I said,
another,
because we bought the drink package. So I said, Joey.
Yeah, Joey was our waiter.
Yeah.
He was awesome. Shout out to Joey if you're watching. We did give him a duck in as well.
Awesome.
And I know we had a long conversation with him because he was really interested in learning how to smoke when he goes back home when he's done with his position on the ship. But you had but the Caesar salad. Your Caesar salad cracked me up.
Well, let's start off. Before that, I had a seafood gumbo.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, we've been to New Orleans and it had true,
I don't like seafood.
authentic
just
Cajun seafood gumbo.
Don't say we. He had authentic. I don't like seafood.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that's very close to Cajun gumbo. Then
I laughed because
Caesar salad.
we ordered a Caesar salad.
Yeah.
It literally looked like they took the whole head of romaine, slapped it on a plate, put some dressing on it.
It was delicious.
Yeah, he loved it.
Yeah,
but
it was delicious.
So, yeah, he had that. And then,
I had the brisket.
He had the mac and cheese. You said that was really good.
The mac and cheese was good. I had brisket and greens.
Yeah,
that
seems like a lot, but like I said, again,
they're small portions. But I tell you what, that was a good dinner.
So, and I had, so their food items, the names. If you have little kids that are picky, don't take them to the mason jar.
No,
because it's not a lot of stuff for kids on.
I'm sorry. Let me interject real quick.
Go ahead.
Also, in the bar area, there's a live singer, so we were getting entertained with a lot, which was country and was good.
Mm-hmm. I ordered for like a little hors d'oeuvre thing. It was like these deviled eggs.
They're good.
Really good deviled eggs. I don't know how they make. Had all kinds of stuff. It was good though.
It was good.
And then I ordered these little. They're mini blueberry flapjacks, like blueberry flapjacks.
Did you really?
Or pancakes or whatever you want to call it. But it had pulled pork on it. Yeah, here we go. Another dinner with pulled pork, which was good. But my main dinner, the pot pie. Okay, the filling, amazing. The pie crust. If you guys know pot pie, the crust should be flaky.
Yeah.
This was more like one of those soft pretzels, but the hard part, the brown, dark brown, hard part of the soft. That's what the coating of the pie was. It wasn't a flaky crust. The inside was great. I didn't eat the outside. I left the outside. But yeah, the inside tastes like a pot pie, but I would have liked the flake better.
Did you enjoy it though?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was good.
Well, let me ask you a question. You only can choose one. A choice between chops or mason jar. What would you choose?
Mason jar, probably.
Yeah, same here.
Because we can get steak anywhere. This is just because it's different. And but there's nothing wrong with the steakhouse either. I mean, I guess it depends on what I'm craving that night, because I do like their steak.
Yeah. So, I enjoyed the mason jar a lot.
Yeah, and one thing from our past experience on that ship, the Italian food was not that good, and a lot of people on this ship were talking about it. Because we originally, before the mason jar, we were going to give the Italian restaurant another try, and we didn't care for it. The stromboli, though, that they have there is good.
So what I did was, before you go on a cruise and the website, you can get pay for 3 specialty dining,
which is like your steak,
and they give you so much off, so it's cheaper to pre-book 3 specialty dining. So that's
and then we went to the one we went to when we went to Playmakers. That one was not. That was a specialty dining. But we paid separate for that. So you can do that. You don't have to buy. You can pay for each one individually, or you can buy the package, and I think you save a little bit by buying a package.
So, but the evening wasn't done yet because we went
to the Attic, which is where they have their comedy club. But it wasn't for comedy because all the comedies were packed, so we didn't get to see any comedy.
This definitely was.
But it was very comical. And it was... so it was adults only can be in there, and it was very risque.
Man, the gentlemen will have this beautiful toilet paper. That they will basically, it's a hole. See, it has a hole. So they will put the hole between their legs, and the lady has to put the stick in their holes. So put it down. Put it down. Woo. How is it? Yes, almost there. No, a little, no, lower. No.
Yes.
They had couples get up there and like compete for points, and the things that they had to do as couples with each other on stage. I don't know that I would have got up there, but fun. It was a ball. Everybody was laughing, so I was a ball laugh, so everybody was laughing.
They had 3 couples up there. It was fun. It was great entertainment. Good job.
Yeah, I can't recommend enough, though. Book your shows early. And if you are boarding the ship later, good luck. You probably won't get to see any comedy or shows. But what they do have is they'll have a line where you can stand outside And if someone booked the show but doesn't show up,
You can
they
go
will
in.
take the stand-in line and
Right.
start calling people in and pull you in. But they wait till very last minute to put you in the seats.
Yeah.
So yes, you can still see a show possibly.
Right.
So anyway.
So next day, our next island was the island Roatan.
Yep.
And what did we do, Tanya?
We did the King Kong extreme zip lining.
And it was extreme.
Yes. It was 11 zip lines in total. I want to say, 500 or 800 feet up above the jungle.
Yeah, it was high.
So, yeah.
It was high.
And it was, again, extremely hot that day.
Yeah.
But it was fun. I
Yeah.
have to say something about the very first zip line we went on, though.
What's that?
John, the guy, as I went down the line
I know what you're
first,
gonna
and then
say.
John came
Yeah.
down the line, and the guy that was waiting at the end, the employee, said, I think he just lost something out of his pocket. And I'm like, oh, no.
Wasn't my pocket.
I thought the only thing in his pocket was the battery. So he gets to the end, and he's looking, and the guy's like, you lost something? And John goes, no, I don't think so. And I look at John's face, and I'm like kind of laughing, because he literally had one stick on the side of his head of his sunglasses, and the rest was gone.
Yeah.
So he must have bumped his face on the zip line, and
What happened was, I was trying to reposition my hand.
because you have to break
And
yourself.
you're going pretty fast. And it came back and hit me like this.
And knocked the glass. You didn't realize
And
they...
it busted my favorite sunglasses off my face. I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
Then Tanya goes, you lost your sunglasses. How you know?
Like it's a stick.
Duh. But yeah,
So-
it was extreme.
Yeah.
I
A lot of fun, though.
Yeah, I did-
had my eyes open for this one.
yeah, you did good. You did good.
I think I was the
I'm
only
proud
one
of you.
really hooting and hollering. A couple
Yeah.
people were scared. It
Yeah.
was their first time, but
I was proud of you. It was. I did get
it
winded.
was very high.
Yeah, I did get winded a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of climbing. Not
Yeah.
recommended if you
Yeah,
have
if you
health
have
issues.
any kind of knees, back issues, breathing issues,
Yeah.
I'll say stay clear.
Yeah, because a lot of step climbing
Right. Mm-hmm.
and on uneven surfaces and uphills and everything else. So, but when that was over,
Yeah. They took us
to see sloths and monkeys, and I
Yeah.
got to hold a sloth. Oh, I wanted to take her home.
Charlie wouldn't like that, would you, Charlie?
Yeah, no. But
I didn't want to hold the
so
sloth.
the sloth had very, very long nails,
Yeah.
but they just felt like fingers. It wasn't scratching you. It just kind of felt like fingers laying on you.
Yeah, that kind of freaked me out.
But
so,
he wouldn't hold it. And they
no.
don't feel soft. They're kind of wiry.
Right.
But the guy was like, you got a friendly one. You can kiss it and everything else. And I was like, oh. And he's like, you want to take it home? And I'm like, yeah, But yes.
But then they had the capuchin.
Capuchin or Capuchin?
The little
Capuchin?
monkeys that was in Night at the Museum.
Yeah, the little
They were awesome.
Yeah,
they just run up
the
your
babies.
arm.
We were in with the babies.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they were
one-
awesome.
A couple of them climbed on one lady and he was holding out food.
Yeah.
And they were starting to fight on the lady's arm.
Yeah.
To get to the food.
But they were awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, they
So
nice
this place,
and
they
soft.
had guinea pigs and they had
Yeah.
a lot of little animals, and a deer was in there, and
I would recommend it.
yeah, and then there was a restaurant way up. You had to
Yeah,
climb a bunch of stairs.
Yep.
Like their food, like
Mm-hmm.
food from their,
Yep.
from their area.
It was a great day. But
Yeah, because the guy was mentioning that they cook
iguana.
iguana.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I tell you what, if it wasn't so hot, and we were literally.
It was
I
that
am
was the
not,
worst day out of the whole cruise.
Yes, I am not exaggerating.
You could
I
have
was
squeezed
soaked.
out our clothes.
Yes, and Tanya was soaked. We're just so hot and humid.
Yeah.
Going through the rainforest even made it worse.
Yeah,
If it was a cooler day, I would have went up because there was a lot of steps up to the restaurant. I would have tried iguana.
Yeah.
I would have.
Yeah.
But not that day. It was too hot.
So
we-
we went back and immediately got back on the ship to shower, but we wanted to get off and see the port. But we had a shower first. So.
Yeah. So we went back to the ship again, changed
Again.
again.
Yep. And then only went out for a short while because this port was very small.
Beautiful.
In fact, the ship was bigger than the port.
That's what it seemed like, didn't
yeah,
it?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll show a picture, but it was bigger than the port.
It was
but
beautiful,
the port
though.
was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Swim up bar,
Yeah.
nice long pool.
Yeah.
Little
Cabanas.
cabanas.
Right.
Sorry, I'm
Little
so sorry.
cabanas, yeah. Next time we go on Royal Caribbean to Roatan, I think we're just going to stay in port and
Yeah, they had
do
some
that.
shops. They had
Yeah.
the Diamond Exchange.
Yeah.
They had like a pharmacy and stuff like that.
I think I would like to enjoy the port and see what's about. So
Yep.
yeah. All right. Then that night we had dinner in the dining hall again.
Yes.
The main dining hall.
And I have to say, this time it was better.
Yeah.
The food that I got was better.
I had the tiger shrimp dinner, and you had...
I had the baked chicken that night.
How was it?
That I can remember. It was better than the cordon bleu that I had the first night.
My shrimp dinner.
Yeah, and we met a couple, Marty and Sally.
Yeah.
They sat
awesome.
near us. Yeah. They were from Washington.
The state of Washington.
Yeah, I think it was just outside Seattle.
Yes.
Is what they said.
Yep.
So, So we did that, and then...
Great conversation.
Yep.
Awesome.
Nice talking with them.
Yep. So it was Friday the
13th.
yeah. It was not a perfect day at CocoCay because it was Friday the 13th.
Yeah, and we didn't get off the ship that day because that was the port of
Costa Maya.
Costa Maya.
Yep.
And it was just too hot that day. We could have gotten off, but the last few times the experience there, it's a beautiful port, but the experience there they're kind of pushy and we as far as to sell you stuff or push this eye cream. Let me say something.
Yeah.
Do not buy the eye cream that they're trying to sell you. You can ask anyone that has bought it. Comment below if you have bought it or have let them put the sample on you and you've had nothing but eye crust and your face cracks and everything else. Comment below, but don't let them put that cream on your eyes, please, guys. Don't do it.
So we basically had enough of the heat. You got to remember, in the Caribbean, and end of August, September, it is hot and humid. Well, that's another thing. We're supposed to have been going to Aruba, but whatever.
Yeah. So when we stayed on the ship and we did the tour.
Yes, we had work to do.
Yeah. So we started the tour, and when we got to the part of the tour where we were by the Park West Art Gallery, we met Garfield and Heidi and another gentleman that was with Park West. I don't remember his name. All wonderful people. Had great conversation. It was awesome. I mean, they were amazed at what we knew about the art because we collected it. Yeah. But so we'll keep that brief. Yep. But
it was good times.
Shout out to them.
Yes.
So, and then I have to.
Where did we went to Johnny Rockets, didn't we, for lunch? I think we did that day. I can't remember if it was Costa Maya or not.
If it wasn't that day, we can talk about Johnny Rockets. So I don't know if it was that day.
Last time we were on Johnny Rockets, it wasn't.
And that's on the boardwalk right across from Playmakers.
Yes, it wasn't.
They got like malts and hamburgers and sandwiches.
Right.
And
but last time we went, last year in 2023, on Wonder of the Sea, it wasn't up to par what they advertised.
Yeah.
So we decided, we
always give everybody another shot.
Second chance. And I tell you what, they redeemed themselves. Their burgers were great. We had chili fries.
A shake. Yeah. It was all very good.
So thumbs up to Johnny Rockets. You redeemed yourself. We had a great lunch that day, and that is an upscale or up cost restaurant to eat there.
And we already talked about the Aqua Theater.
Let's talk about
So the Aqua Theater was amazing.
Yep.
As we mentioned, and you can see that in our Sea Day video with some activities that went on in the Aqua Theater.
And Royal Caribbean has one of the best internet at sea.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep up because he's jumping ahead of my notes here. You're fine. Yes, they do have. He doesn't get the internet. I do.
Right.
Awesome internet. And,
it's who's that? Oh, guy. Oh, God. Anyways, it's that Starlink. What? Elon Musk. Sorry, Elon Musk. It's the Starlink. So satellite.
It's called something, but sorry.
But they use the Starlink.
Yep.
And it's awesome. It's awesome.
In the photo package, awesome. We had they had 10 package of 10 or more.
Right.
We got the 10 package.
And
I wish they had a 5 package one, but they
book it before the cruise because it's cheaper.
Yeah, it's cheaper. And don't pick all your pictures on the first day.
Right.
Because by the end of your cruise, you're going to be trying to pick through the 10 that you want.
Yeah.
And so wait, heart the ones you really, really like. And then at the day before the last day,
remember,
pick your 10.
A 7-day cruise.
And they are digital prints. They're not printed prints. So.
A 7-day cruise is not a sprint. It's a marathon. Pace yourself.
Yeah. And then guest services, we had no issues with guest
phenomenal.
services. They were great. What they do is even when you're lined up, there'll be someone coming to the end of the line as people are coming. And if they can help you and you don't have to wait in the line, they help you and they move you along.
Yep.
I do want to touch base. So before I forget, the robot bar, which we like because it's this robotic thing that does make your drinks for you.
It's fun to watch.
But it didn't work. It was kind of up and down through the cruise. A couple times we were going to get it and it was busy, so we were going to go back. By the time we got back to it, it wasn't working anymore.
Hi, Charlie.
But we did get to experience that on our last
Yeah. One of the robots
Wonder if
was not working this time, so no robot.
Then there was the Loco or Taco. Taco. I don't know what the name of it is, but it was
good.
on the deck where the putt-putt golf and
it's 15
stuff.
or 16.
Yeah, yep. And it's a whole taco thing where you can make burritos, chips and cheese, or
quesos,
put meat on it, whatever. They had ground pork, ground burger, ground.
Excellent.
Yep.
Excellent.
Very good.
Yes,
very good to go for lunch or something, or even dinner.
Good.
In the putt-putt golf.
Yeah.
Big difference from Carnival. Very colorful.
Yes.
Very what you expect a putt-putt golf to look like. You know, they had the figures and the characters and different things. So it was really cool.
I know what you're going to mention next.
Yeah, the Abyss slide, John. I didn't experience it on this cruise.
So
John
it's a 6-story slide. It's a dry slide.
From like deck 16 down to 6.
Yes. So.
Yeah, not a water slide.
I decided to do it this time. Last time I kind of chickened out. So I had my GoPro with me and I filmed. And I tell you, it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
And that's on our C day where he did the Abyss slide and he filmed it. And it does show like all the flashing lights inside.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, and you sit on a mat and you go down. It's not in water. You know, it's all enclosed.
It just seems scary, but once you get going, I go, man, this is fun.
Yeah. Yep.
It was fun.
Then the Flow Rider, we didn't try.
No.
John was trying to get me to try it.
Yeah. They do have private lessons. You can pay extra.
So you can have private lessons or group lessons, beginner lessons or advanced lessons. So if you just want to lay on your belly or on your knees or...
Who wants to see Tanya do Flow Rider?
No. No. You know what? I don't know.
I don't know.
I might do the beginner part of it. If we get enough subscribers by the time we go on Royal Caribbean again and they have a Flow Rider, then maybe. But
then we got rock climbing.
Yep, the rock climbing looked pretty cool. I was tempted to try it, but I'm just a little afraid. But kind of like the zip line, took me a little bit of watching people, and then I'll do it. But I saw some older people doing it, so I think I could do it.
Zip line is beginner.
Yeah, the zip line on the ship is just because we've
quick.
Done. If you want to experience a zip line and you've never done it,
do it on the ship.
It's a short one. Do it on the ship. It's just a short line.
Right.
You know, you're tied up pretty good.
Then if you like that,
then you can go do what we did.
An excursion, yeah.
So they do have the ice skating rink. There's a name for it, and I'll have to link it in. Something.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
But it's an ice skating rink. They had ice shows. You can ice skate it there.
Mm-hmm.
That's also where they do the laser tag.
Yeah. And again, you gotta
book the shows ahead of time for that as well. Now let me tell you though, the ice skating show, you probably have a good chance to get in.
Yeah.
That one was the least. Sorry, there's like a little flying bug in here. The least one to be filled up. For the thing.
Right.
We already talked about the music hall. Mm-hmm. Great little bar, dancing. You know, little place to get away.
Mm-hmm.
Boardwalk, we did touch on that a little bit, but they do have the merry-go-round.
Yep.
They have a small arcade there, not the big one. There's a little one there.
Arcade. Then they also had the kids Royal Caribbean shop.
Yep.
There.
Then they have a candy store.
Shop. Yeah.
Yep. They have a candy store as well.
Yep.
And which was amazing. They have a little area for kids to climb on. I call it like the Pringle climb area
it looks
because
like
they look like little
it?
Pringle chips.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Boardwalk, full of activities. They do have the fun fair.
Well, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, they have the fun fair too, which will
Central Park.
Central Park.
That's where most of your up-cost restaurants and bistros are.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Beautiful. It's nice and quiet.
And there's jewelry shops. And,
yep.
Very nice. And they have like a jazz band that plays at night.
Yeah.
All the white lights at night.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful at night.
It's beautiful.
Yep. And then the arcade, the bigger arcade.
Yeah, that's
good
fun.
size for kids to have a good time in. And
definitely.
I believe you don't put cash in. I believe it's
on your card.
It's on your room card. Yeah. So parents,
pro tip, parents.
Put a limit on your kids.
Yes, when you get on the ship, first thing you want to do is put a limit for your kiddos because they can run that up.
Yep.
I know.
Vitality Spa, we didn't experience that on the ship, but they do have that. You can get your hair done, nails done, facials,
and it
massages.
seems like they do have openings, even if you don't. book
throughout
it.
The trip.
Yeah.
That one, you
seems like you can get in there.
I know one of the restaurants I didn't write down, but we need to touch on it. He's been a couple of the restaurants. So there was Wonderland, which I want to just touch on because we didn't do it, but
it's very exotic.
He wants to go so bad, but it's so much money extra to sit there because I don't think I would eat the food. And a lot of people I talked to said they were literally picking through stuff. Yeah. Because they didn't want to eat. But it's exotic, like he said.
But the other one is the seafood.
Hooked. Hooked. Yep.
Yeah.
So
I'd rather do hooked before Wonderland.
No, I did. Someone did say maybe they have other things at Hooked, so I could try Hooked, but I don't do fish or seafood or anything like that.
Right.
So that we also decided that day on Friday the 13th to stop in at the pub we liked.
Yeah, I tell you what, this pub is on the promenade, right?
Yeah.
It's a nice little pub. They do have good draft beer.
I got a lot of the zero drinks, so they were like the fruity drinks without the alcohol.
Nice place, just
he'll tell you I'm not a big
kind of like tuck in, hide away from the crowd and everything, and sit down and chill out. But we met.
So there was a gentleman at the bar, and he was tagging ducks, and I happened to have a bag of ducks. I didn't even notice at first that he was tagging ducks. I just kind of reached around and put a duck in front of him. Yeah. And then we found out his name was Brian. And
from Fort Myers, Florida.
Yeah, we got
to Brian.
chatting. Yes, and he also became, once we met him and talked to him, he became one of our super VIP subscribers.
Yeah, thanks a lot, dude.
Yes,
that's awesome.
And anyone can become a VIP subscriber to our channel, and it does give you special perks as far as like automatic entries into our giveaways, which we need to do one soon. Yep. And other specialty, shout outs and stuff like that. So we met Brian. We met his friend. Yep. We met his friend Hung. Yep. And we also met another friend of his. The lady was cruising with him, and I didn't get her name. Right. And if I did, I don't remember her name. Sorry. So I'm so sorry. But she was a sweetheart. Yep. All three of them, great people to talk to. I think we talked for hours and hours with Brian.
At least 2 to 3 hours.
And then every time we passed by the bar after, we were looking for him. So
great company. Great company.
Yep. And
the next day, Saturday the 14th, that was our final sea day before we came back into port on Sunday. We love the Windjammer, but I think by this time we had her
for breakfast. He's talking about the Windjammer, the breakfast, the buffet.
Right. We had her fill of Windjammer, so we decided to go to Central Park and try Central Park Cafe.
Oh, yeah.
What a nice hidden secret. Maybe everybody knows about it.
And it wasn't busy. I mean, you had to wait a little bit for them to make things fresh for you. But it was like a stand. You stand in line, get your food, and then go find a table. Yeah. But they had
excellent food.
Bagels you could put anything on. Salmon bagels. Yeah. They had yogurts. They had toast. They had
breakfast burritos.
Breakfast burritos, and I mean,
it was awesome.
A whole bunch of stuff. So
that was nice.
Yeah, and we got a table, no problem.
No problem.
Yeah,
no problem.
So, that was the day the boardwalk family.
Yes, later that day.
Yep, that day was that was on the boardwalk.
Yes,
over by the Aqua Theater and stuff like that. Down that whole
is it Royal Caribbean plus a family fair?
Yeah, because they did it the last time we were on.
Yeah,
there as well. They had the fair, which is like there's games set up for the kids. They have a little band in the tent playing. Right. They have a chocolate fountain going. They have a cotton candy machine, a popcorn machine. But
cotton candy you had to pay for,
so
right?
The popcorn and cotton candy on last October when we went on the ship, it was all included. This time there was a charge, but it was $2.75 for a stick for a small stick of cotton candy.
That ain't bad.
Yeah, I just thought for what you pay for a cruise, you think they would have that included. But you know what? Cost of everything.
At least they didn't gouge you.
Yeah, no, it was fun, and and maybe people were going up too many times and a lot of wasted stuff. Yeah. So, but it
was fun though.
Yes, it was really nice thing for them to do, and they
had balloons, those animal balloons, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you could get just like you were at a real fair.
Yeah.
So
like the boardwalk, like in New Jersey, how they do that.
And then right after that ended, they had the world's sexiest man competition.
And I won. No. Oh.
No. I did try to get him to enter.
I think our I think our subscribers say, John won.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, I would have liked to see him try it because
not this time.
There was all age groups trying out, and it was more for fun, the competition.
Not this time.
Yeah, I mean, there was some nice-looking young men up there, and then there was some older men. But you know what? They give them credit because they all did. Yeah. It was fun.
It was fun. It was all for fun. Any competition on any cruise line, it's for fun.
So, shout out to all those guys that
and it seemed like this day went by so fast. Anytime you go on a cruise,
when it winds down towards the last day.
Once you walk on the gangway and once you set your foot on the ship, time flies.
Yep. That evening we decided, well, we were already booked in advance for this. was the hibachi.
Yeah.
And we've had some bad experiences with hibachi, with Carnival.
Yeah.
Not that it's terrible, but on this ship, it was
excellent.
It was great.
It was excellent.
And we met a father and 2 older sons. They were at our table with us.
From Ohio.
And we were all razzing each other.
Hey, guys, I'm sorry to hear about you losing to Oregon. Sorry.
So we're just razzing. They know because we were just razzing. We were all razzing each other.
No,
and
great people.
Yeah, and they had some
people.
food throwing that night, and they were catching food and everything else.
Great people. Great people.
Yep, a lot of laughs that night, and then so that evening.
Hey, subscribers.
Yeah,
talk to Tanya about
I'm gonna add
this.
a little clip with what I filmed, but so I was very intrigued, and I'd probably be one of those storm chasers if I could.
There's lightning and thunder all around us.
Pretty bad too.
And the ship is made of metal and steel, right? The balcony we're on is made of what,
I was
Tanya?
on the balcony filming, and he's like, "Get in here!"
Yeah.
But I filmed some of the lightning and the thunder in the sky, and when you're on a ship, and if you've been on a cruise, it's dark, very dark.
Yeah, lit up.
So when there's lightning, you literally see every trace of the lightning. You see the sky light up. I thought it was beautiful. I just stood at that window. He made me come in and shut the window after a little bit, but. I kept watching. I just wanted to see it. I thought it was really neat. We see lightning at home in Michigan out our window, but it does not compare
when you're in the Gulf of Mexico or Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, and that lightning, to backtrack for one of the nights we were at dinner in the dining hall.
Yeah, that was the third night.
You and the other couple, you were kind of getting up, and we thought people, because when you're in the dining room, there's someone that comes
Ohio,
through.
Right? Yeah.
There's someone that comes through and takes photos. Well, we kept seeing flashes.
Right.
But come to find out,
it was lightning.
It was lightning through the windows.
You know what? Someone told me it was that tropical storm or the hurricane. We were about 20 miles from it, they said. And that was one of the last outer bands of the hurricane.
That's Charlie, by the way.
That was coming up, I guess, in the Gulf of Mexico. I don't know. I don't know how true it is. You hear stories on the cruise ship. I kind of block everything for a week from the world, so whatever.
Yep.
All right, so we kind of took it easy.
By that time, the storm put me to sleep.
Yeah.
I was out.
Because we woke up early because it was debarkation.
We got to say, though, for the storms on that ship, this was the first cruise. Mind you, this is the second biggest ship in the world. For the third.
Because Utopia.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, we weren't on that, but we didn't feel 1 ounce of rocking.
None.
At all on the ship.
None.
At all.
It felt like
I like feeling it when you're sleeping, but I didn't feel it.
It felt like you were in a hotel.
Yeah.
That's it.
So no rocking on this big ship.
Absolutely none.
But last year, maybe we didn't feel it then either. I don't remember.
A little bit. A little bit. Not much, but a little bit. But the waters.
Nothing. You just felt like you were on land.
The waters was like glass.
Yeah.
Glass.
Yeah.
Really no waves.
Very nice.
Yeah. But we had to get up early the next day because, like we talked about, we had an 8 a.m. van ride to MCO. That's Orlando. So we decided to take our own bags off, which was the smart thing to do.
We do that because, here's the thing. Last year, we didn't take our own luggage off, and we sat and waited and waited and waited for them to call us to let us off to get our luggage. So I suggest if you have a flight home before 1 p.m., take your luggage off and get off. Tell them you'll carry your own luggage off and wheel your own luggage off so you can get off when you want. Because if you have a time, you might be sitting there a while and you might miss your flight, because then you also have to catch your Lyft or your Uber or whatever you're taking back. So this bus thing was a great thing we did.
So with that being said, we got up, and one nice thing about Royal Caribbean's port for Wonder of the Sea, they got facial recognition. You look into it.
We got off quick.
Boom.
Off. It was like boom, bam, boom, we were done.
And we were off pretty quick. Got the bus ride, what we booked, And
we had to wait about 30 minutes for that.
Yeah.
But that's
no
fine.
issue.
Yeah.
No issue. MCO, they're back home to Detroit.
Yep.
So
And that was it.
now, how'd you like this cruise?
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I mean,
it was very nice.
All in all, I would give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah. I give it 8 because there's a couple things that was.
Yeah, I'm still going to give it a 9. And this,
only reason,
any little things that we had, I don't think it was anything to do with the employees.
No.
Or
no, it's
the cleanliness of the ship was amazing. I mean,
right.
everything.
I give it 8 because of you have to be on the ship to book your shows.
As far
That's
as the
why.
shows.
Yeah.
That is literally the only drawback
Right.
was not being able to, because we were last minute on this ship, was not being able to get some shows. And that's the only thing I would say Carnival. I'm sorry. Royal is to step up on that. Make sure if you're going to have that many people on your ship, you have openings for everybody to see shows.
Yeah.
Have more shows if you need to.
Right.
Do something where everybody gets a chance to see the show.
Mm-hmm.
But keep in mind, you can see the Aqua Theater shows. It's all open on the boardwalk area.
Right.
You just have to stand. They're not going to let you walk down into the bleachers. You have to stand.
Right.
But you could see the full stage standing behind everybody.
Ooh, sorry.
So, yep. It's getting late. We did this kind of late, so.
All right. So on that note, we loved Royal Caribbean Wonder of the Sea. Thumbs up for the cruise. Thumbs up to the staff. And thumbs up to the ship itself.
If you enjoy our videos, remember, click the little box on the video. Not sure how it works. That's from a computer. Not sure how it works from a phone or from a.
If you like this adventure,
we
got many more adventures ahead of us.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
On that note, love y'all. We'll see you on the next adventure side.
Take care. Bye.
Bye now.